Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, Crafting the Future Weekly Insight. So let's get into it. Oh, I love my intro. Okay, welcome. I am Vontina. You are with Hang Out With Me Friday. Today is August the 2nd, 2024, and you are with me for season 2, episode 25. Season 2, episode 25. Yes, I can't believe it. So let's get into, let me take my chewing gum out. I'm sorry. Let me take this out so that way I can talk. What do I have? A lot to share. It has been a lot going on. So we made it through that crowd strike thing and the outage of the internet or IT or whatever you want to call it. So we made it through that. So I have placed everything that I'm talking about. The links are in the show notes, and there is a link for you to, if you are a garment sewer or you just like reading about new things that are coming out, new techniques. Thread Magazine has a wonderful offer for $15 for 1 year. And that is a great offer because I believe the magazines are like, if you were to buy one from uh, your local craft store, or well, I think they're like almost $12 and something. So $15 for a whole year. And I put the link in the show notes in case you are interested. And so if you have not had a chance, I ask that you do so. Visit inmyhandshandmadecrafts.com. And while you're there, take advantage of the 10% off your entire purchase. Inmyhandshandmadecrafts.com. And the website is going across the bottom of the screen. I love this ticker symbol. This reminds me of the New York Stock Exchange. So, what do I have under my needle today? Well, things are not working out the way that I have planned. So, I have this backpack that I have been making for my farmer and artisan market that has been selling very well. And I don't even know where I got this fabric from. I believe, but I do believe I got it from last year from the Annapolis Quilt Guild. And this fabric has sea turtles on it. It is so cute. And so I have now made several bags out of those sea turtles, and they have been selling. And so my goal this week was to make up as many bags as I could, because this being the first Saturday in August. And then also at my local market, there is a group there or a craft house there, and they always have their annual craft show, which is outside and inside. And so my goal was to have these bags done. Well, it took me all day yesterday just to cut out all of the fabric, and I interface every piece of fabric. So I use SF50 Palan woven fabric on both my outer and inner pieces and even my pockets. Nothing makes me cringe even more is when you unzip a pocket and then you slip your hands down into that pocket, and that pocket is so flimsy that you think your finger is going to go to the bottom. So I do not make pockets that way. So when you slip your hands to take something out of the pockets of the bags that I make, it feels just luscious. And so I finally got everything all interfaced up, and I go to start the assembly line to make these bags, and I don't have enough hardware. I bought new hardware, but it looks like I did not purchase a lot of D rings that I need. So that being said, I will be able to get at least one bag, hopefully made tonight, which I work hard that I do get it finished tonight. And I do have some other bags. So that's where I am. And if I try to leave to go to the store, which is pretty much in like 40 minutes from me, so this is say 2 hours, and then come back, it'll be too late. And I don't do well with sewing when I'm tired. I make tons of mistakes. So that's what's going on with me in the sewing workshop right now. If you love Michael's stores and you have one near you or you don't, they have a YouTube channel in case you did not know, and they have some nice stuff on there. So check that out. So it's just Michael Stores on YouTube and subscribe. A lot of nice stuff on there. And it is still going on, the shop hop. So please check in your area if the shop hop is happening in your area or maybe the next county over from you. So that shop hop will end August the 31st. So I have not participated in the shop hop yet because I have too much fabric in here already and I need to sew this fabric up. So that is basically what I have been doing. But it ends on August the 31st. So let's look at some trends and growth. What is going on in the craft world? So I was reading this business article, and it said 2.1 million sellers are on Etsy, the largest single platform for handmade sellers. And so I do know that Etsy, there was some people complaining, at least on YouTube, and were voicing their opinion because they keep changing their fees. And what I thought that they were trying to do was to get rid of the small person, the small handmade person, because they wanted to do more with these, I guess, influencers or people that had high ticket or items or everything. And so they were basically pushing the little small handmade artist and maker out of the way. Well, I don't believe that went over very well. And then, yeah, a lot of people did leave Etsy. So I never, we even have a course at my local community college. Also, a lady that there's a course, she walks you through how to start on Etsy. And I guess she gives her experience of being on Etsy. I'm not sure if she's still there, but I do know that course is offered at my community college as an adult on the continuing education side. I never went with Etsy because when I first started and I doing my research and everything and about what would be the best platform for me with my business and my bag box. And so after all of my research and listening to a lot of the memberships I'm in, the very successful ladies that are in a membership that I am a member of, it was, hey, you do not own your email list. That was the major thing I continue to hear. You need your own email list because you do not own your email list. Etsy, that belongs to Etsy. And so if for whatever reason they shut you down or this or that, or you leave because they keep changing the prices, you do not own those emails. They belong to Etsy. So either way, you would have to start all over. So after hearing that and after learning how valuable those emails were, I decided to go with Shopify because as I said, I have a subscription box and I also have my own items. So that's what I went with based on the information that I had was getting when I was doing my research. Okay, market overview for handmade crafts. So the forecast right now for 2024 all the way to 2032. They are expecting for a forecast 9.2% growth in the handmade craft market. That is huge. So they've already projected out and did a forecast for that. And so the new trend that I have been seeing and seeing a lot more classes of and different things on YouTube is the polymer clay. I remember when this first came out, I wasn't into it because at that time you needed like a little toaster oven, or you needed something to cook the polymer clay in. And so I wasn't interested in that, but it has been making a strong comeback. And also at my local Hobby Lobby, they have a whole half of a section dedicated to polymer clay. So that is a new trend and growth that is making its way back. And just like the what is it, the macrame, again, making the old things are making its way back, and it's doing very well. So what's going on with everything else out there in the retail and craft world? Well, for those of you who got to watch the Olympics, as I had said last week, I wasn't going to pay to watch the Olympics, but there was a article, a retail article that Louis Vuitton, which I did not know that Louis Vuitton and Cognac, the liquor, I can't even say it. They belong to get that the company owns both of them. So they were talking about how the sales were low and that people were not buying these name brand bags. So their sales were very low. But what I did learn in the article that they weren't talking about the high rich people that were not buying the bags. They were talking about the middle class. So the middle class has been what I guess keeping their sales up, because they mentioned nothing in this article about the richy rich people. Nothing in this article. So that was what they were talking about. The sales were down with that and champagne. But guess who was the number one uh, premier sponsor for the games? Louis Vuitton. So they put a stake in the games, $163 million to be the premier sponsor for the Paris Games this year. And so they were, even when they bring out the medals are on a Louis Vuitton tray. And they also, I assume, when the show, the Olympics was starting and everything, they were showing suitcases and different things like that. So that is $163 million. That's a lot of money. So what else is happening? Okay, this was another article I read, and it was called Do You Feel Awkward Paying with Cash? And so they did a statistics of the different age groups and the percentages of those who felt that they felt funny using cash. And so they use all of the apps and everything to pay with. And so I thought that article was very interesting. I don't feel awkward paying with cash. That's what I pretty much use. I pretty much use cash. Okay, there also. Okay, are you looking for a job? Do you need to find a trade? So this other article talks about there has been a 7% annual growth over the last decade for HVAC manufacturers. So now the little tweak or issue is they don't have any workers or contractors. So there is work out there if you are an HVAC worker, because let's just look in your own backyard. How many houses are being sold, how many houses, your air conditioner is going to croak at some point, or something's going to go wrong with your heat. And look at all of the buildings that are around you. And when you look on the roof of those buildings, there is an HVAC system. And all of the new structure that is going up, there is an HVAC system. So this article talks about people that have that skill are much needed. They are much needed, those who have that skill. So I'm just saying, if there's something that you want to do, then please look into it. Now, they offer HVAC courses at my local community college as a continuing educational course. So I'm sure that at your local community college, they are offering a course. So look into it. Um, it's only going to grow. It's only going to grow. Okay, last week I told you that Southwest Airlines was making some changes and that they were taking away um, first come, first serve seating or whatever, and they were going to put in place seating for whether first class or business class. Okay, now Spirit Airlines, they are also getting ready to make some changes where they're going to offer, they're going to add snacks, Wi-Fi, and other perks. So that's something new coming to Spirit Airlines. So be for those of you who fly that airline. So don't know when it's going to happen, but that is what they have coming in the works. Amtrak train is making a comeback. They talked about they have an uptick in passengers. And so I like the train. So my mother had not been on the train in many, many, many years. So we went to Rhode Island for this. I used to be a Princess House consultant. And so I forgot what it was, our convention that year was in Rhode Island. And so I said, well, you going with me? I'm not driving. We're going to go ahead and take the train. And so that's what we did. I got us a first class. We were on the Acela train. It was so nice. It was so nice. And so because I am a person that search for deals and all kind of deals, and so I got us a rental car. And so what it was, I needed to get there. So the rental place there, I don't know if they do it everywhere else, but they did it in Rhode Island. Um, they had a taxi cab there waiting for us, took us to the dealership, paid for the taxi, and they didn't have a car at that time for us. They gave us this beautiful van. It was just a fabulous trip. And my mother had not been on a train many, many years. And so Amtrak is making a comeback. So check it out if you want to ride the train. So I have been sharing with everyone my retirement journey. So I am down 8 months and 28 days to call it quits. And I am seriously counting down the days. So I want to always keep that, let you know where I am. So let's do a quick recap. If you have not signed up to get your 10% off, you need to do that. If you have not join me on YouTube, I ask that you go over to YouTube, and handle for YouTube is In My Hands Handmade Crafts with Vontina. Check it out, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I would really appreciate that. I am trying to grow my YouTube channel because I am going to be at some point sort of shifting from Facebook to YouTube. And I don't want you to miss anything. I will still broadcast on Facebook, but I don't want you to be missing anything. So I would love for you to join me over on YouTube. If you love receiving surprises, I have the perfect gift for you. Bi monthly, I send out a subscription box called the Bag Box Club. In that club, you receive a pattern, all the fabric, interface and lining, zippers, um, the snaps, whatever that pattern requires, you will receive it. So I ask that you become a member of the Bag Box Club. The links are in the show notes. If you want to brush up on your sewing techniques, if you are a beginner and you want to brush up to learn, I have the perfect course for you. It is called So Confident Academy, One Stitch at a Time. In this course, you will have 3 modules. In each module, you have 3 lessons. And at the end of your third module, I have the most beautiful project for you to put together. And I also have another bonus for you. I'm not going to tell you what that one is, but I would love for you to be a member in the community of So Confident Academy, One Stitch at a Time. So join me over there. Okay. ASG Eastern Shore Sewers, August 21st, 2024, 10 to 1 p.m. at the library. I will be there. Again, sign up to receive my weekly and monthly digest news. I would love for you to be there for that. And as I always, okay, first of all, it is very hot here. It is in like, it's the high 80s. It feel like it's almost 100 outside. The trees are blowing beautifully, but it is all hot wind. So it is very hot. I can't go walking tonight, even though I normally go out around 7 o'clock, but it is just entirely too hot for me to be out there. I want you to be safe. The traffic is very heavy here on my side of town because, of course, I live near a resort area. So the traffic is very heavy. This is pretty much the last month. So normally on this side of the Bay Bridge, which on the Eastern Shore side, at this time of month, the traffic is very heavy because people are now crunching to get their last bits of vacation in, because towards maybe the last 2 weeks of August, their young people go off to college, and their other young people go to go to high school. The high schools open up that last week of August. And I believe though the schools here in my area, they still go back in September after Labor Day. But so please be careful out there, because I know wherever you are and you're driving on the weekends, the traffic probably is very, very heavy. So I want to say thank you for joining me. It is always a pleasure to come on here on Fridays to share with you what's going on out there in the in the world of crafting. And so, as I always in my lives, because this is so true, my name is Vontina, and I am so grateful I get to do what I love. Bye, everybody. I'll see you next week, and be safe.